This video tutorial is a guide on how to use the audio-visual equipment in the centrally timetabled lecture theatres and seminar rooms across the university campus that use the Crestron touch panel control system. This includes the rooms MSB 257 and Attenborough 111. Further rooms will also be upgraded to this specification over time. Each room has a standard university PC in the lectern, which should already be switched on when you enter the room, a Blu-ray player which can also play DVDs and CDs, connections for a laptop computer, and a visualizer. The monitor on the lectern displays the PC image. If the PC is not switched on, press the power button on the front and wait for it to boot up. If the monitor has been switched off, the power button is at the bottom on the right-hand side. You can log on to the PC using either a university UOL account or by using the AVS Guest account. There are USB sockets on the front of the PC if you have a memory stick or are using a wireless presenter. The rooms also have USB sockets on top of the lectern which are connected to the PC. To display the image from the PC or one of the other items on the large screens at the front of the room, you simply press the panel to wake it up if it is blank, and then press it again to enter the menu screen. You then select the relevant icon of the item you wish to display, for example PC, and then assign it to one or both of the screens. Some of the rooms have repeater screens towards the back of the rooms, which just mimic the main screens. For a laptop computer, there are both analogue and digital connections depending on your type of device. For the analogue connection, there are two cables to connect: a 15-pin D connector, commonly known as a VGA plug, and a 3.5mm jack plug if you also require audio. VGA sockets are found on most Windows-compatible laptops, and most devices have a 3.5mm output. This is often the headphone socket. The digital connection is a HDMI cable which carries both video and audio signals. More modern devices often have HDMI sockets. Some devices, such as Apple computers or tablets, don't have VGA or HDMI sockets, and you will need to provide an adapter for these. Once the cables are connected, press the laptop's icon on the control panel. Select the type of connection you have used and then assign it to a screen. The Blu-ray player is located in the front of the lectern near the PC. There should be a remote control for this in the lectern. To display the image from this, just press the appropriate icon on the control panel and assign it as before. You will note that the touch panel can also control the Blu-ray player. The visualizer, or document camera as it is sometimes known, can also be displayed on the screens. Lift the arm up, switch it on, and then place your document on the surface. You then follow the familiar routine to display the image on the screens. To zoom in and out, use the wheel on top of the unit. The visualizer will focus automatically. Finally, there is a button labelled blank. This is used if you no longer wish to display the image on the screen without switching it off. You just press this button and then select the screen you wish to blank. To return an image to the screen, just select the appropriate source again. Some rooms, like Attenborough 111, don't have whiteboards on the teaching wall, and so the control panel here has the option to display the image from a camera which is pointing at the whiteboards on the screens. In MSB 257, there is also an option labelled Conference. This is for a video conference system that is used purely by the physiotherapy department or the learning and teaching room support team. We now turn to the audio. To hear the audio from the equipment such as the PC, a laptop or Blu-ray player, you will need to press the audio icon after you have selected the source icon. We would recommend that you select this at the same time you send the source to the screens. All rooms have the ability to increase or decrease the volume of sound. The volume is controlled by pressing either of the two arrows on the right-hand side of the panel, depending whether you wish to increase or decrease the volume. The sound can be heard from the speakers mounted on or next to the teaching wall. At the end of your lecture, there are a few simple steps to follow. Firstly, you need to make sure that the screens are switched off. To do this, you press the power icon on the control panel. A box then appears asking whether you wish to shut down the system. Press the green icon if you wish to do so. You also need to make sure you remove any USB sticks and log out of the PC. If you have used a Blu-ray player or visualizer, Make sure that any discs are removed from the player and that these are both switched off. And that concludes this video. If you have any questions regarding these rooms and their AV facilities, please contact the Learning and Teaching Room support team in IT Services on extension 2919 or via email on bookav@le.ac.uk.